very weird.
T3 Media.
Through the media.
Hey guys, welcome back to Talking to the Media, your home for entertainment news by fans for fans. I am your host, Chris Fagan, and joining me, as always, is the one and only Amy Newman. Amy, how are you doing?
Never better. Just truly, I'm fine. Thank you for asking, Chris. How are you?
I'm okay. I'm not even gonna try to dramatize it and make anything say anything funny or anything like that. I'm doing just okay. But you know what? I'm actually real.
Solid C minus, C plus, where we live in.
I'm just again whelmed. I'm whelmed this week, but I'm happy because we have a guest with us. It's the end of the month, and as always, we always try to bring a special guest with us. And unless was something happening, did you hear something?
It's looking real choppy on my end.
Let's see.
On
it
YouTube.
Is. Okay, guys. Okay, yeah, that's okay. I think I can confirm that. Yeah, guys. If it is a little choppy, unless it gets better, we're gonna pull the live stream. I just want to give you guys a heads up, and we'll just pre-record it because I've been having some issues over here on this end. I don't know what's going on with the internet, but if it's, what do you think, Amy? Is it still kind of bad on your end?
It doesn't seem great. Let me see. I have some headphones, and I can see if it's at least.
It seems like right now it's kind of okay. Let's see. H, we got people in the live chat. If you can tell me, guys, if the live stream, if it's too choppy or not. If it's choppy, then I'll have to cut it and we'll just go to pre-recording it. But this guys in the live chat, just keep a monitor on that. But let me hurry up and introduce our guest. We have Latrice. I always mess up the last name. Is it Fatal?
Larice.
Is Larice? Is it Fatal?
Larice Fatal. Yeah, Fattal. Yeah.
Fatal. Okay.
Fatal.
Kick-ass last name.
Because I always want to say Fatal.
I have. Yeah. I get Fatal, Femme Fatale, Fatal. I have two weird names. The first name that people mess up and his last name. And I also have a middle name that's even more complicated. So whatever. I'm so used to it. Usually, people rarely get it right. So when people call it, I know what it is. I know who they're calling.
It's a cool name, though. I'm jealous.
It's a kick-ass name. But let us know.
Oh, thank you.
Larry, you've been on the show. We collaborated a couple of times before, but tell everybody who hasn't, who might be new, tell them about yourself real quick.
Yeah, so I'm Larice F on Twitter and on TikTok. I do improv out in New York City. We've been shut down since the pandemic, but we're hoping to get back on our feet again whenever things reopen. And since then, like the past year or whatever, I've just been doing videos and TikToks and not as much YouTube as we used to, because a lot of the shows that we were covering got canceled or were on hiatus. So I haven't been following them as much. But yeah, a lot of the shows that I was reviewing on my channel, which is Super Improv Gal, are on, well, they got canceled. It's hard because I do like horror and suspense and sci-fi stuff, and that stuff just, it's hard. That stuff doesn't always stick around very long, but yeah.
So I'm surrounded by two
I'm here.
Professional. You don't do improv yourself, Amy. You just do stand up.
Yeah, no, I do improv.
Okay, so I'm surrounded by two improv comics that's gonna just
run
circles
Chris
around
doesn't
me.
listen when I talk. It's fine. He's known me for a full year now. He doesn't.
I have this
that.
Charlie Brown thing. I just hear wah, wah, wah. It's not just you. I'm telling you, it's everybody who's trying to tell me something important. I just tuned it out. I don't know what's wrong with me. I'm sorry. I humble myself before you.
We're just going to be yes-anding you. You're in good hands.
I'm sure that's an improv thing or a stage thing that I'm not aware of. That just sounds like.
You want to get a little zip zap zop going, just real quick before we start.
I just learned what a type 5 is.
It's really rough on Zoom.
I just learned what a type 5 is.
It's so hard on Zoom.
I'm on an improv team right now. We're constantly struggling of like, what games can we actually do to warm up?
Oh Oh, here we go. I'm in for it now. Watch. I can tell. So I'll be on my best. I'll be on my best behavior. I won't upset you guys too much because I know you guys will just rip me up.
We'll just zip zap the hell out of you, and you won't know what happened.
That just feels like I'm gonna get punched in the face. I don't know why
You
that
won't
makes.
know what's going on. We'll just be like zip. You're like, huh?
See, I feel
You're out. Sit down.
Okay, that's it. But guys, we're gonna besides me getting zip zap zopped, whatever if I said that correctly, guys, if you want to check out the show on other than just on YouTube, if you don't have time to just check us out on YouTube, you can always check us out on our podcast. We also have a blog. You can find us on SoundCloud or on iTunes. If you want to support the channel, send us any questions or comments that you might have for the show, or if you want to send in a topic that you want us to talk about, put it in the box at t3medias.com/contact, or add us on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and Twitter at T3 Medias. You can also support the channel through through super chats on live streams and on Streamlabs, or become a sponsor on our Patreon. Now, we have 3 topics that we usually go through on the show, but right now I'm going to start off. Before we begin, I want to start off just with some stuff that's just kind of broke through before while we were getting the show ready. I didn't have time to put like all the graphics together, but there was some news that broke out and something I wanted to just talk about. And I had the graphic up, but because of all the other things that were kind of messing up, I just lost it. So I'm not even going to try to get it back. Spider-Man 3, the movie, the third movie for the starring Tom Holland, they just announced the title. And if I'm not mistaken, it's called Get Your Ass Back Home, or no,
Spider-Man Homeward Bound.
Homeward Bound.
I think it's like No Way Home, right?
Right.
Or is it Homeward Bound? Or
that's the correct one.
No, you're right.
We're just messing around with it. It's home wreckers. Tom Holland's a home wrecker. That's what they're calling it now.
Yeah. Home on the Range. They're gonna remake. That's terrible Disney.
Yeah, I've seen so many memes.
Is that was I
it's
just
like I can't remember what the real one was.
Was that it? Was I zip zapping? Was I doing that?
You did that pretty good.
Pretty good. Sweet.
Yeah.
What do you guys think?
We'll make callbacks for our improv team.
What do you guys think?
That's
about
the first class.
The title for this, because at first it was Far From Home. Oh no, it was the first one was what? Homecoming, then Far From Home, and now is it No Way Home? What's the next one?
Yeah, it's No Way Home, which feels too definitive to me. I don't know.
You don't like it?
It's like, well, what's the point then?
If there's
damn.
Past the point of no return.
Yeah, home is where the heart is. That's what I don't know if I would have called it that.
Spider-Man 3, bless our mess.
I was thinking
Homecoming King.
There you go, Homecoming King. I mean, I guess the title is okay.
Spider-Man 3, rolling with the homies.
Exactly, chilling with the homies. That's what I would have called it. Damn it, that's exactly what I would have called it. I don't know. I think that's a better title.
I think they should rename it that.
The homie.
With the homie. I think
that's Spider-Man and his amazing homies instead of Spider-Man and his amazing friends. That old callback to that old cartoon. That was the stream. I think the stream is fine. I'm sorry guys. I'm double checking, making sure the stream. Guys, again, let us know in the live chat if it's hey Victor, I say Bradshaw just came in. I didn't even notice that. How you doing, buddy? And Miss Chelsea Pope, were you available to come on to the show later on, or is it? I guess it's already too late. We already kind of had our.
You can't.
We can't do it now. I'm thinking about for the other.
It's not like a live show.
We can't cut in while it's live, but that's just a dumb question. I'm sorry about that. But for the next segment is what I was really talking about. I don't know if I like the title. I'm gonna be honest with you. I love this. I love Tom Holland as Spider-Man. I don't think I like this title. That's just me. I don't know. Am I crazy?
Like I said, that was only half a joke. Like there is something about it that's like, oh, what's the point then?
I don't know.
Yeah.
What do you think?
They had that bulletin board of all these scratched off titles in that little teaser they showed.
Yeah.
I didn't really look closely at them, but they were all like based on speculation that fans made. And then I saw all these memes. There was one that said it had Spider-Man in front of the computer. It was like Spider-Man work from home. It's like
There you go. That would have been a good one. A lot of people were
pandemic Spider-Man.
Yeah,
Work from home.
Spider-Man.
I mean, he already has a mask on, so
Spider-Man. Where's your mask at home? I don't know. Stuck at home, probably. Something
He
like
wouldn't need any Zoom filter or cat face or anything. He would just have his own little thing on. Doesn't have to worry about the filters.
I guess it's an okay Todd. I guess I'm being nitpicky. I don't know. I'm just so afraid that the third one's gonna be considered a failure in comparison. Bad. Yeah, because Spider-Man hasn't had a good record with their third ones. So their first two are always pretty good, and the third ones I don't know. So I'm just hoping that they're gonna break that trend. But it should be fine. I don't know. Guys, let us know what you guys think about it. We're not going to spend too much time on this one because it's not even one of the main topics. But moving on, then that was in the news. Tiger Woods. Do you guys hear about that accident? What was the first thing that popped into your head, Amy, when you heard about this accident? Did it happen in California?
It did. I'm not responsible for it.
No, not.
We knew it was you.
Yeah, I feel like that's a weird, so what does your state have to say for this? Like, I don't know, man. I'm sorry.
So, well, I mean, I was just saying that's where it happened. That's all. I'm just stating a fact.
That's true. A lot of things happen here. What, you want to go?
I wasn't connecting.
Something happened.
I wasn't connecting dots. I mean.
Cars just don't end up like that. So there had to have been a reason why it fell the way it did.
I mean, he had to be, and I don't mean to be, insensitive. I'm glad he's okay, obviously. He had to be going freaking fast.
Yeah.
You don't.
It might have just been speeding, definitely. And but
that's my money, just going a little too fast. Because there definitely are roads, and I'm not familiar with the road, but I was looking at an LA message, a Reddit, and people were saying that road is scary and people take it too fast, and it's real easy to just take those curves a little too quick. So
right. I read that the police said that he wasn't under intoxicated or anything like that. It didn't seem like he was on anything, so it could have just been speeding. That's what I'm speculating. It's just the bad luck with him and cars and these accidents that he's been in. And I just watched the HBO documentary with him and was reminded about his past drama. And so I'm gonna be honest. The first thing that popped in my head was, I hope it wasn't that he wasn't under the influence of anything. And that I was sorry to say that was the first thing that popped in my head.
Right.
But so far, it looks like that might not be the case. So probably just speeding, which I'm guilty of myself. What about you, Larisse? What did you think about this one when you first heard it?
Well, it's so weird because I had the news on and I saw the car first, and they didn't talk about who it was right away. They said, "Oh, the car is here," and I looked at that car and I said, "Oh my gosh, that's awful." Yeah. And we were trying to figure out for a good 2 or 3 minutes who was in the accident until they wrapped up that segment to go to a commercial. They said, "Oh, Tiger was like, oh crap, that's not good." And then it was basically on my TV. Every time I turn on the news, that's all they talked about yesterday. It pretty much got usurped by Tiger, which is kind of nice because there's a lot of.
It was nice. It was slightly weird because it was breaking news. Stop the presses, and it's he's okay. He was in a car.
Yeah.
I don't know. It felt almost like the media was treating it like it had gone worse than it had.
Right.
Yeah.
But
it felt like the media coverage that's reserved for an unexpected celebrity passing, not bad car accident,
right?
Some surgery.
It's almost like it's almost like the media was so used to catching Tiger Woods every now and then in these dramatic situations. It was okay, what else can we just had this documentary. What else can we pile onto the story? Hopefully it won't be something that'll pile onto that sad part. I heard that his legs were in bad shape, so I'm hoping that he can recover from this, and or maybe it might be time to retire. I don't know, but I heard he's in stable condition, so let's hope he pulls through from that. Well, let's get into the main three real quick. We're gonna try to go super fast because of the delays that I was having with on our end. I don't know how long this Zoom meeting is gonna hold up. I have a pretty good idea, but we're gonna try to go through these three topics as faster than normal. I'm gonna keep a clock going, and all
right, only 4 rounds of zip zap stop. You ready?
You got it. You got it. So
you gotta warm up.
So real quick, we got 3 topics, and Amy, what's the first one we have for today?
From Pitchfork, Daft Punk, the Parisian duo responsible for some of the most popular dance and pop songs ever made, has split. They broke the news with an 8-minute video titled Epilogue, excerpted from their 2006 film Electroma. Asked if Daft Punk were no more, their longtime publicist, Kathryn Frazier, confirmed the news to Pitchfork, but gave no reason for the breakup. Their singles One More Time and Harder, Better, Faster, Stronger cemented them as global superstars. Their imprint in the popular imagination continued to deepen in subsequent years, with records including the Tron Legacy soundtrack album. 20 years into their career, Daft Punk blew up once more, selling millions of copies around the world and earning 2 Grammys for the duo and guests Nile, Rodgers, and Pharrell Williams. Daft Punk was also credited with co-production on several tracks from Kanye West and The Weeknd.
Well, I've got to say that I'm not a hardcore Daft Punk fan, but for everything that I saw that was presented to me, I was like, these guys are talented. I didn't know that they were together 28 years. I really thought that they were like a newer band, but I mean,
well, you think about it, it's like, oh yeah, Harder, Better, Faster, Stronger. Like
it was early 2000s. You're right. Yeah. And that's exactly what I was about to say. I was like, damn it, that was early 2000s. So yeah, it's about that makes sense. That they just
it doesn't seem like that long ago. That's the problem.
Exactly. Those songs were so feel good. It just made the time fly. What did you think about it, Larissa, about this story?
Well, it's funny because I watched that video of them exploding. That's a little bit dramatic. They really have to blow themselves up.
I didn't catch that. So they really like blew themselves up?
Yeah, they just exploded. They both exploded.
Like,
it was kind of awesome, but also like, what?
It was like, that's melodramatic.
I want to make a very similar video to be played at my funeral, like, to be clear.
I mean, if you're gonna go out, you're literally going out in
with
a
bang. Yeah.
Like, we're gonna go out in a bang. You're like, what? No, we're literally gonna go out in a bang. We want to blow ourselves up.
Like, even though we're proud of all the work that we did, we no longer want to be associated with Kanye West. Boo! Just blow it all up.
I'm like kind of amazed they didn't just put 2 other guys in the helmets.
Yeah. Does it? I mean, just like that. What's that other group? Gorilla? That you never see their face.
Oh, that they're like animated. Yeah.
I would think that. I mean, yeah, you could just something like that. You could keep it going. There's been a lot of acts that's done that. Didn't Andy Kaufman do that? Like sell the rights to it to his brother or something like that, or there's been a lot. No, Gallagher I think did, not Andy Kaufman. Gallagher. I'm thinking about Gallagher. Like
Andy Kaufman did some weird stuff, but I don't think that.
Yeah, he didn't do it. No,
I don't remember that.
It was Gallagher. I'm sorry, I'm not the professional comedian here, so these guys are gonna totally rip me up now for messing that one up. But I think it was Gallagher that sold his bit to a family member or a brother or something like that, and just to keep it going longer. If I'm remembering that correctly.
But I always respect when a group can really just kind of go, we have a kick-ass legacy.
Recall it.
Like, when I think of Daft Punk, I really do think of that. Like, it's really maybe not a genre of music I lean towards, but they're objectively just very good. And like the songs of theirs that were hits are so deservedly hits. And to just kind of go out, on a bit of a high note and just people were devastated by it. It's like, that's the legacy you want to leave, right? Like blowing up together and everybody being real sad about it. I don't know.
Yeah.
I think it's
I would always rather that than like, well, one of the guys doesn't want to be in it anymore and we're getting a second guy, but
behind the music.
Yeah.
What were you gonna say, Larissa?
Oh yeah, like it's better than just fading away.
Yeah.
Slowly fading off.
Going out on
they're not going to turn into the like where you get like, oh, the Beach Boys were playing at this it was just Mike Love performing under the Beach Boys. Like, none of that.
The Beach Boy. The one, just the one
basically,
guy.
He still like owns the right to it. It's real dumb. So.
No.
Yeah, and Queen still tours.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And I don't have another example. My examples would probably be
or Andy Kaufman, right?
Or Andy Kaufman. Yeah, there you go. Just kick
Still
them
on
on down.
tour.
I'm
not
gonna leave.
To see Andy Kaufman.
I'm not gonna live
Like,
that.
I don't know how to tell Chris, but I don't think he's seeing Andy Kaufman.
I made a
Yeah,
mistake.
that's not who you're seeing.
It's Andy Cough, man.
I'm gonna. Okay, so we're out of time for this segment. I'm moving on to the. When my voice gets like that, that's when I'm really getting. That's when my butt is sweating and all the sweat from my back is dripping out. That's how nervous I am right now. So I'm gonna say let's move on to the next topic.
Thank God, because we've exhausted all my Daft Punk knowledge. Oh, the music video. There was like cool, harder, better, faster, stronger videos on YouTube for a while.
I heard that those helmets were solid gold and platinum. I don't know. I don't know. Guys, let us know what you guys think about this. Put it in the box below, and maybe we'll talk about it some more on our We Got Your Mail segment. And let's move on to what do we have next?
From NewYorkPressNews.com, thanks to their instant chemistry in episode 4 of WandaVision, we interrupt this program. Fans are looking forward to seeing more of Agent Wu and Darcy in the MCU. Digital artist Apex Form even suggests that they team up for a new Marvel Studios TV spinoff titled M-Files, where they solve various cases in the franchise. Admittedly, not everyone was a fan of Jimmy and Darcy during their separate stints in the MCU. Overall, teaming up the characters was a brilliant move from Marvel Studios, as they're totally fun to watch together. It's uncertain what future lies ahead for both characters past WandaVision at this point, but considering that the events of the series are expected to play a big part in MCU's multiverse, it's not outside the realm of possibility that they're going to be involved moving forward.
I would love this to happen. If this was true, I mean, everybody, but the second they had their first couple of lines together, that's exactly what people were saying. These two work. Now, Larice, the reason why I was excited to talk about this was because you are hardcore X-Files. Do you get that X-Files vibe from those two characters?
So not so much from the Jimmy Woo character, but the Kat Dennings character, yeah. She's kind of Scully-ish. Her, kind of this nerd persona, but very matter of fact.
Nerd bully.
And yeah, the scientist or whatever analyst she does, and very grounded. So I think that's really important when you have a duo like that, when you match them up.
Yeah. I
think it really is a good formula to have a female character that's kind of in that position, and she's actually great. I think it would be wonderful, and I like Jimmy Woo too. I think they have really good chemistry together.
Yeah. And
I actually posted a thing about it on my Twitter, and everyone that I'm friends with in the X-Files fandom thought it was awesome. They would be thrilled to see it. So
that's good.
It's not like Mulder and Scully, obviously. Nothing's quite like that.
Oh no.
That's sacred.
Exactly.
But this is pretty cool. That would be pretty. I think it'd be pretty cool. I would definitely watch it. What
about you, Amy? What are your thoughts on it?
Yeah, I mean, I think they're both super great on the show. I was just talking when we were watching the last episode. It's like Randall Park's just so fun to watch, and
he is
for as kind of silly as that character can be, just such a natural actor in a way that I feel like so few people are. I'm just like, I just believe you. Like, I just really, really do. And obviously Kat Dennings is super fun to watch. And, if they did decide to do something like a spinoff, I love whenever they play sort of with more genre than straight superhero. I think Marvel can really shine in those moments. So I would be all like, even on a smaller scale stuff like Jessica Jones, it's like, oh, this is kind of a detective noir where the detective just has superpowers. So I think doing something like that, where it's we're kind of doing an X-Files thing, and it just happens to be in this world where superheroes exist, and that's what we're trying to figure out. I think that could be a real home run.
Yeah, and with their style of comedy that they bring to the table, I think it would be a cool little twist to it. Entertaining as hell too, because these guys they crack me up, and whatever wall of weird they can sprinkle in there. Just I think the weirder the cases, the better, because their style of comedy could just make that so entertaining. Because Mulder and Scully, they cracked me up too a couple of times on that show. So Just
They
maybe
could do a
that same
crossover because they own Fox now, and Disney owns X-Files.
vein. Ooh.
So they could revive it in
Didn't
any
even
way they
think of
wanted.
that.
I don't know if they discover the X-Files, but
That would be hilarious. Like maybe like a passing of the torch kind
That
of
would
thing.
make so many people so mad.
It would.
it would make a lot of
It
people
would.
very mad.
I was trying to be nice about it, but yeah, you're right. It would.
Just the nerds sweat.
That's the question, guys. Let's put that in the
Please
box.
stop yelling at us. We thought it'd be fun.
Yeah, put that in the box when we talk about it. Let us know what you guys think about that. Would you be more upset with a crossover with X-Files, or would you be happy with that? Put it in the box below. We're talking about that.
I would
definitely.
be excited
But
because X-Files is its own little weird thing. And to have it come like a little bit more into the mainstream, it would be like, oh, what's happening?
I would want to see what that crossover of the intro music would be. That would be awesome. All right, what's the last topic that we have before our 10-minute warning that just hit me comes up?
Here we go. From Insider, Katie Karen Diekmeyer.
Oh boy.
Yep. It sounds like the star. His name is my name too. Katie Karen Diekmeyer, known online as That Vegan Teacher, has been banned on TikTok. Her account page, which had 1.7 million followers before it was taken down, now only shows a couldn't find this account message that says she was banned for, quote, multiple community guideline violations. The exact reason for the ban is still unknown, but Diekmeyer has been a controversial presence on the viral video app. Diekmeyer was known for consistently trying to convince others, like celebrity chefs Gordon Ramsay and Jamie Oliver, to go vegan. Most recently, she focused on YouTuber, Tommy Innit, who recently hit 4 million followers on TikTok. Diekmeyer posted a TikTok duetting Tommy, showing off his 2 Golden YouTube Play Button awards, where she pulled out a cucumber and said, quote, I don't want to read this out loud. Nice vegan girls don't want to play with your buttons, but if you want them to play with your buttons, you'll have to show them your fruits and your vegetables.
Oh, God.
Of note, Tommy is only 16 years old, and some online, including his fans, found the comment distasteful. Hours after the ban on Tuesday morning, Diekmeyer posted a 23-minute monetized video with the comments turned off on her channel about the ban. In it, she talked about how she's glad she's no longer a teacher, claiming that a group of teenage boys were what led to her account getting banned.
Okay. Not to put, because we're running out of time anyway for this Zoom meeting. I'm just gonna say, I can understand that there's a lot of people on TikTok and on all over social media who they have their niche and they're pushing their whatever the agenda that they might have, and everyone go vegan is her thing. That's fine. When you go after, not only are you going after a minor, and then which can be taken as in an inappropriate way. Okay, it was in my opinion, but then that minor has a larger following base than you do. You're really bringing that attention to you that you really don't want, and I'm not surprised that she was banned. Now that being said, there are a lot of, from what I can tell, there are a lot of TikTok accounts that I honestly don't believe that the powers to be at TikTok really do a thorough investigation. I'm not saying that this was one that she was banned for no reason. She might have, this feels legit, but there are a lot of accounts where it's like people are getting their accounts taken away from them when they hit a certain amount of fame or level, and they're like out of nowhere getting blocked, and they can't figure out why or what violation that they did, and they're not getting any reasons for it. But what do you guys? What do you think about this whole thing before?
Well, there was oh, go ahead.
Oh, no, go ahead, Larice.
Well, there was a petition. Like they had like 20,000 signatures or something like that. Even before the Tommy Innit awkwardness, although that's been happening for a while, she's been making weird commentary in response to him to kind of like chase a little clout from him because he was growing so fast. And it was for attention, I guess. I'm not sure, but it's very awkward. The whole thing was very awkward because he's 16. And why are you duetting a 16-year-old? It's weird. And there's before that though, there's a lot of problematic issues and stuff, videos that she's put out that it's more than just preaching veganism or.
So it's not just a one thing that that led to this band. It's
No, so she has on her YouTube channel, I couldn't make it through the song even like a minute, like even a 30 seconds. She has, and this was very controversial, she has a song called I Can't Breathe.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, she has a song called, and it's about a cow. So she tends to trivialize other struggles, real world issues.
To make
I
to
feel
make
like
her
Marquita has come under fire for similar things too. Like there's a definite. I have friends who are vegans. I have a high level of respect for what they do.
Yeah.
I think it's really impressive. I'm trying to eat less meat. I think that's wonderful, but it's just like, why are some of you like this?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. A lot of vegans think she's completely toxic because she hurts people.
Yeah.
And it's like, okay, we understand you have a valid cause because you want to save animals. I can get behind you and support you. But she has songs like "You Can't Get Into Heaven," or I guess the song is "If you want to get into heaven, you have to stop eating meat." I don't know how it goes, but it's implying that if you eat meat, you're going to go to hell. And you got little kids watching, so
so I'm pretty sure that this was probably a legit one. Well, guys, that's I'm gonna call it short because we're going. This is like the 2-minute warning, so I don't want us to get cut off mid conversations because it's a interesting way to end the show. But I wanted to thank Larice Vital. I keep wanting to say Fatal, and let us, if you don't mind, let everybody know how to say it correctly. No fatalities. Let us know how to say it correctly, and if we want to find you online, where can we find you?
Yeah, so Larice F on Twitter and TikTok, and Super Improv Gal on YouTube.
All right, and go guys and go check her out, and she's very hilarious. Go check her out on her social media and show some love and support. Miss Amy, what about you? Where can we find you on?
We don't have time. They all know where to find me.
They all know where to find her. It's right there. And if you want to find me, guys, it's Chris. We're running out of time. Sorry, guys. So I didn't know about the time limit for Zoom, and I don't want to get cut off mid stream. So I'll just say that this episode of Talking to the Medias was brought to you in front of a live studio audience by